Welcome back, chicos. Hoy es miércoles, okay? Día número 9, remote learning. We are learning about these demonstrative adjectives that you saw on the video from Monday. So we know that the this and the that will be masculine and feminine. So it will be este, esta, este and esta, and the this and those will be estos and estas and esos and esas. A way to remember the this and the da and the these is in Spanish is because they have the letter T. So that's something that, is helpful as well. All right, so we also have other forms. It says to compare people or things, we could also use the following comparative expressions, and we have to memorize those. We have más with an accent mark on top of the A. I'm not going to put it in there because you are going to be doing an exercise in which you are not to include the accent marks, otherwise it will be wrong. Some people know how to add it, some people don't know it, so we're just going to leave it as no accent mark. So we have más, adjective que. What does it mean? Well, it means more, that will be the adjective, than, okay? So I could say adjectives, barato, caro, bueno, bonito, grande, alto, bajo, and so on. So I could say, Carla es más, here comes the adjective, alta. And notice, if I'm talking about Carla, that adjective has to match, okay? This is what we learned in 7th grade. Carla es más alta que, and then I'm putting María. So that is an example of when do I use más que. Muy fácil, okay? The next one is menos que. If this one is más que, menos que will be less. Oops. Less than, okay? So I could compare myself, let's say, grande, example. I could say the desk is bigger than my table. So I could say, el escritorio es menos, here comes the adjective, grande, and grande in Swedish, so it doesn't have to change according to the gender of the subject. El escritorio es menos grande que la mesa, okay? The desk is less, it's smaller than the table. Menos grande is less than, less, bigger than the table, okay? So that is an example of that. I could also use this example. So just to clarify it, I could say, ready. Ellos son menos altos que Raúl. And notice, the adjective alto or alta has to match with who is speaking in the sentence. Who is speaking in the sentence? Ellos. So notice that it's ellos, more than one. That's why the adjective ends with an S. We have learned this. All those are rules that you have learned. You have to pay close attention to this. Oh, I forgot. Please take notes. You are to take notes of this so you can do the work correctly. Ellos son menos altos que Raúl. Notice that it doesn't say alta because it says ellos and it's plural. All right? Moving forward. Once again, make sure you're taking notes. The next one is tan como. Tan como means as, as. An example of this, I could say, yo soy tan alta, because I'm a girl, tan alta como, let's see, who am I? Como Alexa. Yo soy tan alta como Alexa, alrighty? Or I could use a different subject. I could say, Emily es tan alta como, let's see, como Grace, okay? Those are examples of how to use it. Now, we have some comparatives are irregular. Quack, quack, quack. You gotta watch those. Watch them. They're irregular. So if I'm asking you to translate something with the following comparatives, you are not to write them. That means that instead of using that word or the adjective desire, you're going to use the following. For bueno, we know that bueno or buena means good, right? So you will have to use this word. You're going to use mejor. And mejor means better. And it makes sense because you don't say the sandwich is gooder than the, we don't say it like that. We say the sandwich is better than the hamburger. El sandwich es mejor que la hamburguesa. That is an example of how or when to use this. And I'm going to put it right in here. We don't say gooder, so that's why we don't use bueno. Here's your example. I'm going to put modelo. Modelo is the example, your model. I'm going to say el sandwich. El sandwich es mejor que la hamburguesa. Hamburguesa. Okay. Another one. La comida mexicana es mejor, better, que la comida china. And I'm going to say this, China, en mi opinión, en mi opinión. Okay? Once again, we don't say gooder. We say mejor. Here's the next one. The next one, and I'm going to kind of put them in bold so you guys see this. Malo. Malo means bad. We don't say better, right? Oh, this is better than the other. No. When you're comparing, you are going to use worse. The word's worse. So the word in Espanol is peor. Say it. Peor. Peor. And that means worse. When comparing to a person or a thing. La película and here's la película El dragón feroz es peor que la película El dragón contento. Those are just made up movies. El dragón contento. All right. Next one. Another adjective that is irregular. Oopsie. Should not be taken like that. One more. This one, joven. I know that joven means young. We don't say young. We don't say young. You don't compare it using with young. You compare it. You will then need to use this word if you're trying to compare someone and say, oh, he's younger than. So we want to use younger, which is menor. And menor, what's happening? Menor equals to younger. So that's the one that you're using. Make sure that you're taking notes when you compare it to a thing or a person. Camila es menor que Marina. Camila is younger than Marina. Okay? The next one will be viejo o vieja. Viejo o vieja. That means old. And you will need to use it when comparing a person or a thing. You will need to use this. You will need to use, instead of viejo o viejas o viejos o viejas, you're going to use older, which is mayor. And mayor means older. Okay? When comparing to a person or a thing. Mi abuela es mayor que mi abuelo. My grandmother is older than my grandpa. Mi abuela es mayor que mi tío Juan. My grandpa is older than my Uncle Juan. Okay? And that concludes our día número 9. Make sure you take notes and watch this video a couple times before you do the assignment.